Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, I want to do two things. Number one, I do want to give 2K credit, but number two, I want to talk about the one thing that I think is the biggest hindrance in Season 4 so far, and the one thing that I think is going to hold this season back as we progress through the season. And that one thing is simply card animations, and the fact that these card reward animations are not good enough to compete with the likely animations that we are going to start getting on these buyable cards very, very soon. And I think it's going to make a lot of these reward players completely, like, not entirely obsolete, but certainly not top tier in the very near future, and make it so that, kind of similarly to the previous few seasons, we're grinding for rewards that just do not even compete at the top tier, which has kind of been the issue the last couple of seasons, except for the top couple rewards, the level 40, the specialization reward, the ultimate reward. None of the other rewards have really been worth using at all. I'm a little worried that's about to be what's going to happen to most of these rewards as well, and I just think that there is one way to save that, and I will talk about what that is, or actually a couple theoretical ways, but one realistic way to save that. With that being said, before we hop into the video and actually get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 18,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Tons of daily MyTEAM content, and yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into it. First things first today is, honestly, my opinion is quite simply the SIGs on most of these top reward cards are simply not even good. Not very good. Even on these Inferno players, most of the Inferno players are not all that souped animation wise. Like, I can go through each of the Inferno players. T-Mac doesn't move very well. He will be outclassed by a top tier shooting guard pretty soon. He's already only the second, third, fourth best shooting guard, somewhere in there. Steph is too small, and his movement is good, but he's not an elite slasher. I mean, Steph is a good card, but again, I wouldn't say he's a top 3 to 5 point guard right now, in my personal opinion. AK is elite defensively, but has a slow release, or not a slow release, but not a very good release, and that holds him back. Paulo is solid, but doesn't move all that well. He slashes very well, but he's not going to be truly exceptional, although he's pretty good. Clyde is very solid. I like him, but again, I don't think his animations are next level incredible. He moves pretty well, but he's missing a lot of badges. Tyler Hero is missing speed booster. That's a huge badge. He actually moves pretty well, has a nice fade and a good release, but he's not a very good defender, and he's missing speed booster, which is an absolutely massive badge. Jamal Murray has a bad release. DeAndre Ayton, I mean, the rest of these guys are budget cards, and some of them are pretty good. The only ones with great animations actually are James Jones and Brandon Jennings. These are the only two cards that we saw out of Friday's content with elite animations, and James Jones is the only one with like park type animations. He's got JT Thor base, Kobe upper on quick, as well as the Steph behind the back, Steph drag back. He's got really good movement, and that's on a card that doesn't defend at all and isn't all that good. He's the only one that got like really glitchy animations. And I'm not sitting here saying, for all the people who are out here, save the park SIGs until May. Like, I understand that we don't want full-on park SIGs yet, but I just want to be realistic. If we look at last year, this is what I'm comparing this to. And before we do this, actually, let's just go through the reward cards. It's the same thing. Magic's release sucks, and he doesn't move very well. Larry's doesn't move he moves okay-ish, but he doesn't move great, and his release also isn't very good. Paul Pierce, bad release, same thing. He also isn't that great of a defender. Bob Pettit is just mid. Jerry Sloan's pretty good, but doesn't have an elite release. Carmelo doesn't defend that well. Michael Redd is just not very good all the way around. Thurl Bailey's awesome. He's the best reward we've gotten this season, I think, by a decent chunk, honestly. I think he's the best wing in the game right now. I think he's awesome, but that's just because the animations he has are good, not because of updated animations. Dominique is solid, but not incredible, and he's not an elite, he's not an incredible defender or an incredible shooter. Jack Sikma's not that great. He's not out either. Walt Frazier, same thing. Like, the rest of these guys are lower tier cards. Like, overall, the rewards are just not that great. They're not terrible, and compared to the cards that we have out right now, they're not bad. But the problem is, the cards that we have right now are not the tier of cards that we are going to be getting very, very soon. And I can show y'all exactly what I mean if I go back through 2K23's updates. Right here, I think it was the Cosmic Packs was what it was called. No, Eclipse was the week after it. It was one of these. Flight School? No, it was the one after Flight School. I'm like not seeing it. There was it had, I'm bugging. I don't even know where it is. Hold on. Let me find this, and then I'll be back in just a second. Because where were... Oh, no, it was after the Eclipse Pack. My brain's not working. The Eclipse Packs came out, and this included Yao, who was obviously super cheesy last year. But this didn't have a bunch of changed animations yet. It had a couple changed animations. Kawhi's dribble style, I think, was updated, and a couple other things, but it wasn't fully changed. Then we got these Cosmic Packs the next week, and this is when we start to see the animations actually change. This Vince Carter gets Kyle Kuzma base, which is an elite jump shot base, on quick. MJ dribble style, really, really solid SIGs as well. John Wall escape was really good last year. De'Aaron Fox size up was really good. MJ dribble style was the dribble style to have. Pro 2 leaner was good last year like it is this year. Overall, Vince Carter was awesome last year, and he was one of the first to get these updated animations. January 27th. That is a week, like this weekend or next weekend is probably when we will see these updated animations. Same thing with James Harden. He already had really good animations, so he actually kept his own animations because they were already very good ones, but he got an updated dribble style. His jump shot was on quick. Dirk got a sped up jump shot as well in a different base, Nemanja Bjelica base. They gave him a better jump shot. They gave him MJ dribble style, updated his escape to Kobe. They updated a bunch of his animations, and this is when these animations started to improve. And what I'm saying is over the next week, 2-3 weeks, we're going to start to see updated animations kind of across the board on a lot of cards. We're going to start to see better cards. The next week was these stellar packs, which was point guard Ben Simmons. Scottie Pippen was incredible. A lot of, again, continued upgraded animations. It's not going to be huge change, and I hope it's not huge change, but I'm hoping we're going to see an improved escape here, an improved release base on some of the top cards, and it's going to make for cards that are significantly better animation-wise than the cards that we have been getting as of late in MyTEAM. And I just don't think, like, we got those spotlights as well. I hope we get a spotlight set this year. That would be really nice if we get a spotlight the next couple weeks. But another good example is even this E. This E had updated animations. He was really good. They gave him a jump shot on quick and a really good jump shot. They gave him MJ dribble style. I mean, he was souped up. Like, we're going to start to see over the next couple weeks cards that are the best at their position pretty much across the board. Like, outside of, honestly, Kobe, I think it wouldn't surprise me if every other position besides shooting guard has a new best card at that position in 2 or 3 weeks. Like, we might see a Cade Cunningham with a sped up release and slightly improved movement. They might change his fade. Like, Cade Cunningham would be incredible. He already has a good escape. We could see there's some new point guards that we could be seeing pretty soon, kind of in that vein, that are going to be really good. Guys who haven't gotten cards in a while, guys who have diamond point guard cards, like Penny Hardaway could get a changed jump shot. Lonzo could get improved. Like, we could see a lot of interesting cards in the next few weeks, not to mention potential glitch sets out of position stuff. Obviously, we haven't seen Yao or KP yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what those cards look like this year, although I'm not certain they're going to be quite as good. I just think while Season 4 is actually going quite well so far, I'm just really worried that when these new reward cards come out, which as y'all can see, I mean, they're not reward cards, but new impact cards come out soon, that we're going to start to see some really good cards which is good. Like, I personally am a fan of that. I just think it's going to make the cards that we have as rewards a bit obsolete. That leads me to 2 things. I have 2 solutions for the rewards that we have right now, honestly. Number 1, and the easiest solution, would be for them to just update these animations. Put guys' releases on quick, give them better dribble styles, just change a couple things on each card. Give Tyler Hero the ability to get speed booster. Give Carmelo a little bit more defense. Give him speed booster as well. Just make a couple of these cards able to get, a couple more of these cards able to get every single badge. Put jump shots on quick. They could do that. They could go back and proactively change the Season 4 rewards. That's not going to happen. It's unrealistic for me to say it. It would be nice if it did, but it's not going to. The one thing that I think might keep rewards in Season 4 valid throughout the season is, just like Thurl Bailey, the other Pink Diamond mode rewards that we're supposed to be getting each week. If we get updated rewards each week that are elite top 2 or 3 players at their position every single week this season that are grindable via mode rewards like this Thurl Bailey card, if that is something that we see throughout this season, that will make this season's free content really good regardless. An updated spotlight set with some cards with some improved animations would also be a really nice thing to see later on in the season, just to continue to keep the community engaged and continue to keep them getting rewarding content throughout the season, because I do simply think the rewards that people are grinding for right now, with the exception honestly of Thurl, are already a little outdated and are going to become very outdated over the next few weeks. I think in 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to be looking at these rewards, and it's like, what is even the point? I'm just going to wait for Season 4 rewards. And that's the problem that's happened the last couple seasons, is people just haven't been quite as engaged toward the end of season, especially in Season 2. They did a better job in Season 3, but it certainly could have still been better in terms of things to grind for in the game, although the Ched agenda was a huge addition in Season 2, or Season 3, and there was some good stuff in Season 3. I want to see that continue throughout the entirety of Season 4, and unfortunately the rewards that are the top tier players you can grind for so far this season are just not all that great, with the exception of Thurl. So, it's fixable. I just hope it gets fixed, is basically what I'm saying. With that being said, that's where I'm going to stop this video. If y'all did enjoy, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.